Yo, would you ever date a girl?
Don't say the same thing that I said, you fucking idiot.
Oh, man. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Dude, I don't get that. Why is that a thing?
I have no idea. We were asked that twice this weekend.
Yeah, we should start asking that on the street.
We should, because apparently that's a thing that
But I think it's funny online when a girl asks you that in person. That's them trying to be funny. It's like, oh, it's you don't have to try to be funny. It's fine. We got it.
We know the trend.
Well, yeah.
we
I didn't know the trend. I didn't know the trend when those girls were talking about it. But what? But like it was like they thought it was such a profound thing.
Yeah.
And then I wake up the next morning, look on Instagram, and I see a bunch of videos about it.
Dude, it made no sense. And then like I was like, I think about it every day, and they were like, that's the right answer. And I'm like,
I said once a month, and they're like, oh my god, it's giving accurate.
I was like, I've never thought about the Roman Empire when I'm watching like a movie like Troy or something. I'm like,
why is that a question though?
I don't know.
But I could probably honestly say I've thought about it, or it's come up in conversation 12 times a year. Do you think is that too many? Or?
I feel like that's a lot. 12 times, like the Rome. Could you imagine just like hanging out? Someone's like, you're just like bullshitting. Someone's like, yo, what do you think about the Roman Empire? I feel like,
well, did they say how often do you think about it? But I don't get why that's such like why do they keep talking about it? Why is it a question?
And I don't know. And why is it the Roman Empire? There's a lot of empires that failed. Like, what's the whole point?
Well, I'm Italian.
So
Roman.
Rome. Oh,
I used to live in Rome. Not during the Empire. During
just
not during Mussolini.
Just with the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope.
The Pope. That's the guy who. Dude, that's actually crazy. I didn't know that Vatican. I'm a horrible Catholic. I didn't know the Vatican was considered its own like country.
Vatican City.
Yeah, I thought it was just a city.
Yeah, it's. Is it its own country or city?
No, I think it's its own. I'm pretty sure it's its own country. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's its own city.
Are you sure?
It's Vatican City.
Yeah, but I think the Vatican is like if
maybe not country, but like province or entity.
Maybe
probably province is like their version of states, maybe, because it's wild that it's. I remember being a little kid and being like, "Whoa, it's weird that this is its own city," because it's literally just like a square and like a. They have a lot of things in Italy called like piazza, like. Which means like basically just like a town square type thing, and
like Mike
that's
Piazza?
what it is. No, that's a person. We got Mike Piazza mustaches going.
We do.
But no, dude, I could pass as Mike Piazza's son, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, you play baseball too.
Yeah.
You ever play catcher?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't even think he was a catcher at first. Wasn't he like a right field? Did he play outfield at one point?
Yeah, I think
something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, he's I didn't know he's from. I don't know if he's from Philadelphia, but he owns like a shitload of car dealerships in Philadelphia.
But why, like, because Philly is not that nice of a place. Why do you bring up everybody? They say they've lived there, they've done stuff there. Why?
You got Boston connections. I think it's an East Coast thing. You just get a lot of pride from where you're from, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
but is he from there or not?
I don't think he's from there, but like he owns like my parents where they live. There's like Piazza Honda and shit. Like it's everywhere.
Piazza Honda, really?
Yeah, he owns like a Honda dealership.
That's weird. You think he'd be more? He's kind of a New York guy, isn't he?
I played for New York, but
Mets love him.
I think like I don't know.
Mets fans love him. I feel like if you got caught,
he's probably
I feel like he wouldn't get caught dead repping the Phillies.
I don't know, but it's one of those things where he might be from Philadelphia or his family's from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I will say this, I'm not the biggest baseball fan in the world, but I feel like if you ask most people to name like name Mets players, I feel like Mike Piazza would be always the number one on the list.
Just to name Mets players, not the best.
Yeah, if you're just like, hey, like, can you name Mets players? I feel like he'll always come up.
Yeah, I feel like David Wright, Jose Reyes.
Okay.
Maybe those are more my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Matt Harvey, DeGrom. Who else would you name? Now Pete Alonso, who's such a douche. Pete Alonso's a douche. Do you know who that is?
Nah. I'm not the biggest.
You gotta get more hip, dude. Come on. We're talking about baseball on a fucking show.
Yeah.
And you don't know who Pete Alonso is?
Nah, dude. I'm kind of like, with baseball, it's like the Phillies, that's kind of where it starts and ends. I'm really bad. Like, people roast me because, like, for football, like, Eagles games, die hard. When the Eagles aren't playing, I'm kind of like, yeah.
What about the Sixers?
Basketball's not my favorite. The Sixers, yeah, I'll watch. I'm really like just watch my Phillies teams, and then I'm kind of
So but you know a lot about the Eagles?
yeah.
Shout out to DeAndre Swift, my fantasy team, dude.
Dude.
He's awesome.
Finally, we got a good running back. We haven't. I think I was telling you, dude, since LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah.
Like a solid RB1. And I got it. I'm gonna give a shout out to Howie. Wild deal. The 4 running backs that the Eagles have cost less than what Carolina's paying for Miles Sanders.
Who's Howie?
Howie, the GM for the Eagles.
So, but you thought I would know that?
No. Well, I'm just.
And you think I would know him by a first name basis? The Eagles general manager?
Yeah. I thought it was I don't know. He was a power player. I thought maybe you knew.
What's his last name?
Roseman?
No.
You don't know?
No.
It's all right. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm happy DeAndre helped you out in fantasy.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, we're not a sports pod, but we're doing a little sports talk here. That's fun. No, it's good. We got it out of the way. Before we finish talking about sports, though, we're about 5 minutes into this pod, and I haven't even brought it up yet. I hit the game-winning home run in my softball game, my adult softball game the other day. Let's talk about it.
Dude, also, side note, when you told those girls that, they were not as excited as they should have been.
But it was a joke, though.
Yeah.
I did just what I did just now. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sorry I haven't brought this up yet, guys. But I don't know if you guys heard, but I actually hit the game-winning home run in my adult softball game. They're just like, oh, okay, oh, nice. Like, they took it very literally, as if I wasn't joking.
Yeah.
As if that's not, like, obviously I'm joking when I bring that up.
Yeah.
It's adult softball.
But, dude,
it's almost like, yeah, dude, you should hit the game-winning home run. But in my head, but yeah, I was joking.
Yeah.
But people don't get tough. I don't know. Girls don't get jokes.
Oof.
Girls don't get sarcasm.
That's not the thing they pick up on the most.
No.
But what do you call?
Do girls pick up more sarcasm or checks?
Oof. That's a good question to ask.
Are they? Yeah.
What
happens? What happens? Answer me this, Tom. What do you think? Do girls pick up checks more, or do they pick up on sarcasm more?
Sarcasm, dude. I've never. You know what? Actually, I think
You've never seen a girl pick up a check.
I was gonna say that, but I take it back, dude. I've actually had some good dates where girls offer, maybe not pick up the whole thing, but they're like, "Hey, let's split it."
Oh, dude, if a girl splits it, then you're chilling. Yeah.
Power move. Shout out to girls when they do that.
Shout out to girls.
Shout out to girls when girls offer to split the check. I'm like, wow, this is great. Like that's so nice because I'm not very much a materialistic guy, but
we know.
I don't.
We're in purple shorts.
That's true. And a beer shirt.
Yeah.
And
Outer Banks, I like that shirt.
Thanks, man. Oh, great TV show. Oh, also, I think we talked about the other time. You left her off your list, dude. We'll get to that.
Finish.
But anyway, when a girl I've been on dates with girls where they'll pick I'm like, hey, where do you want to? They'll pick the nicest restaurants, all this, to order fucking everything, and then at the end they're like, hey, let's split the check. I'm like, if things don't work out, I will set you up with one of my friends because you are an A+ girl.
Oh yeah,
that's the best. But dude, then I've had girls just be like, and then you pay for everything, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, sometimes I don't get if girls think oh, it's nothing. Maybe I unintentionally give off the vibe that I have money. But I just don't.
We're comics. We don't have money.
Yeah, but girls don't get. Girls think, oh, well, he's doing. When people see you on stage, they assume you're making money. They don't get how comedy is such a tough way to make money. But I went out with a girl just to get ice cream, and I paid. I was like, tough. It was like $15, but I was like, it's a tough 15 to swallow. Just first date. I don't even know if I like this girl yet.
Yeah. You could have bought 4 pints of Ben and Jerry's.
Bro, I could have done a lot with $15. I could have put a down payment on a T-shirt or something.
3 open mics.
Yeah, dude, 3 open mics, right? I could have got hammered at TGI Fridays, dude. But I spent
those 2-for-1s,
on
dude.
2 ice cream cones, dude. 2 gourmet, and I was like, at the end I was like, how is it? She goes, it's okay, it's just vanilla. I was like, oh, okay, well you're welcome.
Oh, she got vanilla too.
Yeah, I got the salted caramel.
That's a good
anyways,
flavor.
but the girl, I feel like we've talked about this before, but long story short, the girl was talking about how she eats out a lot. She never cooks, which I'm a huge cook. But I was like, where do you go out at? And she named the 2 most expensive restaurants in Beverly Hills. So I'm like, you could have picked up the check. you have that type of money, you
Yeah.
could have paid for my ice cream then, right? Girls just like to be like wine to dine at an ice cream place for really no reason.
Yeah.
Like that, for some girls, that's their, I hate saying this, but that's their love language. When guys buy them stuff, to be honest with you, I know what it derives from, and I'm not going to say it on the podcast. It's daddy issues, but it's no, it's
Stepdaddy
it's not
issues?
daddy issues. It's like the opposite of daddy issues, which girls still try to make it sound like it's daddy issues, but it's more like their dad bought them so many things growing up, so they expect that from a guy
Yeah.
as well, and they're like trained like, oh, a man's supposed to buy you things, which 2023, it's not. But
Quality. We're fighting for it.
yeah, dude.
Buy me something.
Pick a lane. No, but yeah, dude, that whole thing. I'm
Don't
just
bring
like,
up driving,
like
too.
I told you, that girl's bragging about how she's a lawyer, but I'm just draining my savings account paying for these drinks, and I'm having the worst time with. Yeah, so it's just,
Dude.
girls just literally just like to be bought shit for no reason, which I have learned my lesson.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get sucked back in, and it's just
Dude,
you're in the moment, you're hanging out. You're like, yeah, credit card. But dude, yeah.
Let me go into credit card debt so you can fucking eat at fucking Catch in Beverly Hills.
Not even
because-
that. So you can have it. So you can eat at TGI Fridays. I love TGI Fridays.
Dude, people shit on chain restaurants. Big fan of TGI Fridays, Chili's, Outback Steakhouse.
Wow.
You know what you're getting.
What's your top 5 chains?
Ooh, top 5 chains. Fast food count too, or you want restaurant? Like
No,
sit down restaurants?
those type are perfect. Like the Applebee's, the Outbacks,
Okay.
those types. Yeah.
Outback Steakhouse, definitely up there.
Yeah. Give us number 5.
Yeah, all right. So we'll go. I'm not gonna Outback. I'll save. Number 5 is Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
Texas Roadhouse, great. The
I've never
cinnamon-
ate there. I've heard
really.
because they have peanuts on the ground, right?
Yeah, and the cinnamon, but their cinnamon butter. We'll do takeout so you can try it. It's good. But yeah, we'll go Texas Roadhouse.
You're paying.
All right, all right, girl. I'll go. I'll go TGI Fridays at 4. I will do Chili's at 3. Outback Steakhouse is 2, and then number 1 is Applebee's.
Okay.
Eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's.
In college, we used to go to Applebee's or Chili's, one of the two. I think it was Applebee's during the month of April. They had like dollar margaritas.
Yes.
Dollar margaritas.
Yes.
And then in May, I think it switched to dollar Long Islands.
Dude, they always
Crazy.
do that. Dude.
Oh, dude, when you
I
were in
feel-
college, that was
College.
the best time. You get a little 2 for $20. You spend $20, you have a meal and you're hammered.
Yeah.
It's a great pregame on a
Dude,
Saturday night after
exactly.
baseball games. Best.
Dude, I absolutely feel like white trash getting hammered at a Applebee's. But when I look
don't,
at the,
dude. I feel
when
like
I look
American.
at the,
Yeah.
I feel like it,
Yeah.
what's more American than white trash though? That's
Yeah,
that's
you're
pretty
right.
American. Like middle America is like white trash.
There was when I lived in Italy, we would go to Napoli, which is like that's where the base was, the U.S. base.
Yeah.
So there'd be a bunch of like American outlets. That's where we got all our baseball equipment. That's where we got like just American stuff like TVs and stuff like that. And we'd always go. It was like a big mall. They had like a bunch of American restaurants, a bunch of people on the base. So a bunch of American people who would hang out there. Dude, that TGA Fridays there was bumping. It was like the one TGI Fridays in Italy. And it was just that was my thought of what American food was, because I would just have Italian food, and the only meal I would get was TGI Fridays in Naples. So yeah, it's funny because Naples is known for their pizza, but we would just go to the Navy base
And get
Yeah.
some fucking
Or I don't
real
know,
American burgers.
U.S. base, yeah.
Dude, that's like one of those things where like, so I'm going to Mexico and I was like, people are like, oh, you're gonna have the best Mexican food. I'm like, you think they have Taco Bell? Like, I know what I like.
Yeah, I don't like that bit.
You don't? It's not a bit, man. I'm like serious though. Like I like when we went.
But you'll like the Mexican food.
I'm sure I will, but it's also one of those things like when we went to Ireland, they had McDonald's, and I was like, all right, let's go to McDonald's. Like we'll go to restaurants and stuff, but I'm like,
the McDonald's in Europe, Ireland's in Europe, right?
yeah, it's Europe.
Idiot. Those McDonald's are very nice.
They're so
They have like
so
better
good.
burgers. They have like
Dude,
gourmet burgers.
And they have
like a
like,
Red Robin.
but here's the other thing too. In every country, all the fast food restaurants have like different menu items that you can't get here. So I'm like, oh, they might have something in Taco Bell in Mexico that like they don't have in the U.S.
Yeah.
Also, it might be better. It might be the best Taco Bell I ever have. So I would regret going to Mexico and not trying Taco Bell in Mexico because it's Mexican food, Mexican fast food, possibly the best Mexican fast food I'll ever have.
But it's American, so they're not going to have it in Mexico, and if they do, it's just going to be the same.
But no, they still. Well, that's like McDonald's being in Europe. It's an American thing in another country.
Taco Bell is an American thing, though.
Yeah, and it could be in Mexico. They still have they still have American fast
I
food.
think you're wishful thinking.
I'm an optimistic guy, you know.
But I don't think this is gonna happen for you. I think you should just eat the Mexican food.
I'll eat the Mexican food, but I'm just saying maybe.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll report back to you in a week when I come back, and I'll let you know.
You're not gonna make it out alive in Mexico,
dude. That is actually, I've been joking about that, but I'm low key like thinking like if it's gonna happen to someone, it'll happen to me.
Yeah.
I'm going with high school friends. I'm the dumbest one.
So you're not the dumbest one. I met your friend Kevin.
That's
but
true.
the
Shout out
out.
Kevin. You're
but
an idiot.
give a little obituary into the camera real quick.
Well, it's been a good 30-year run.
You're 30? Oh my god, dude, you're fucking old.
Yeah, this is the time where I reveal it.
Age
you
reveal.
know, I would say this will be the last time you guys see me, but I'll probably be on the news for a missing person in Mexico.
I don't think you will.
Oh, you think they'll just like dismember me and toss me?
You ever heard of the term "swept under the rug"?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think we just won't hear from you, and like there'll be a week where we're just like, what are we supposed to do with this podcast? But then we'll be like, all right, it's fine.
just bring in the next guy.
Yeah. Next guy up mentality.
Yeah, dude.
The show must go on.
You know what?
You're going to be missing it. People are like, where's the hell yeah pod?
Yeah.
I'm waiting. It's Tuesday. Let's get an upload going. I don't care if Tom's missing. Let's go.
And you know what? I agree with that. The show must go on. If I'm gone, keep it going. I'll be cheering from heaven or hell. You know what? I'm curious where I end up.
I think you're in heaven.
Am I? I hope I'm in heaven.
You're a nice guy, yeah. But I think in heaven you'll be like, you won't be at the cool kids table.
That's true, dude.
They'll be like, come on, dude, like this fucking good.
Dude, I know.
Mustache before you get in here, bro. This is fucking, right?
Yeah, I think I'll have to like sit with like the in-betweeners.
They'll be like, what did you do every Sunday of your life? Go to church, right? And you're just like, well, I was watching the Brewers game. Jalen Hurts and yeah.
You guys know what the Eagles are? Like, this comes first. That's actually true. That's like a big thing in our family. Like my cousin, one time I was in high school, we had like Sunday, we had fall ball for lacrosse. And I was just texting him about this. He picked me up in the middle of the game because the Eagles had the 4:00 game. And they were like, where are you going? And my cousin's like, oh, we got church. The Eagles are on. And like I dipped. Everyone was so pissed at me.
And he didn't go pro?
Nah, dude, never made it to the pro. That's probably why I didn't go pro.
Yeah, you weren't very dedicated.
Nah, I was, go pro in lacrosse, see the Eagles win a Super Bowl. I made the right choice.
Oh, it was a Super Bowl?
No, it was like before the Super Bowl, but I'm saying, looking.
It was a regular season game that you missed lacrosse for?
Yeah, well, I was there for the first half, and then I was like, yeah, let the backup go in, and he can play.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't dedicated. No.
I can tell.
Thanks, man.
That's all right. No, but that's all right.
Dude, all right, Patriots are on, all right, we're in LA. Patriots are on at 10 a.m., Mass is at 10 a.m. You're going to pick the Patriots, right?
To be honest with you, I'm going C. More often than not, I'm sleeping in.
You know
10
what?
10 a.m. is tough.
I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the honesty.
But no, I woke up yesterday, and Patriots weren't even on until the night game. I woke up at 9, went down, got some food, got some coffee, went down to Santa Monica and was there. I was a little late because there was an accident on the 405, but would have made it to Mike's house by 10:30 for the games. So I sat down and watched a full slate of football yesterday for the first time. I used to do that here, but I was still getting shit done. I was literally just like posted up, just there to watch football. It was nice. I liked it. It was cool, but I can't do that. Doing that once a week. I'm a big like
getting shit done.
Yeah, it feels very not productive.
That's why I can't do. Like
I can't do. But which sounds fucked up. Is I am a big football fan and I do a football pod with Mike, but like I can't just sitting down the whole day to watch it. I know I was just talking about TGI Fridays. It sounds very un-American, but dude, it's a tough commitment sometimes.
Dude, I agree with you. That's what I mean. Like, I can sit down and watch the Eagles game, and then after that, it's background noise, and I'm like, oh, like, you know, if I have a guy on fantasy and I'm like invested, like, oh, I need you to do well, I'll sit there and watch that. But outside of that, it's like, you know what it is? It's because there's no gambling in California. I can't sit on my phone and be on DraftKings and be like, oh, fucking DK is going to get the next touchdown. That if I can gamble,
this brings us into our guys. Check out Prize Picks, our new sponsor. Dude, Prize Picks is great. Prize Picks, you can do all that.
Oh, really? I don't know. I didn't know that.
You're not on Prize Picks?
Nah, dude.
Oh, you won't. Fuck it. Let me refer you. We'll both get $25 credit.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Appreciate that.
We've been wanting to do that for a while, but you've been slacking.
Oof. All right. Well, I'm in, dude, because that'll get me to watch games.
Yeah, Prize Picks is great.
Dude, are you
Not yet. Oh wait. I was asking a question yet.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're good. Are you when you make the bets, are you like do you do like the over unders or like just flat out win? Like, I'm a flat out wins guy. Like, I just try to pick a
for
parlay.
Prize Picks. You have to do over unders.
Oh, you do?
It's picking, like you said, DK's. Like, you can do DK over 9 receptions.
Oh, okay.
You can parlay a bunch of them. You have to do more or less. Yeah, it's
hate
a little loophole to
that's
gambling in California.
That's why I like traveling, like going back to Philly for shows or anything like during football season, because it's like, oh, I can go and just be on my phone like all day.
Well,
DraftKings.
Yeah, I'll be in Tempe in Arizona on Wednesday. I think it's legal there, but there's not many games on. Maybe a baseball game.
But you can do the future picks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was even thinking
future bets.
I was even thinking about. I'm going tomorrow. I was like, oh, can they gamble? I'm going to Salt Lake City. I was like, oh, maybe I can gamble. I'm like, dude, you can barely even drink past 10 p.m. in Utah, let alone fucking gamble. I was like, I'm not going to gamble in Utah.
The Mormons let everything go but gambling. They're like, no, we love gambling.
Well, dude, they have like 10 wives.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
I'd like to meet a nice little Utah lady. I feel like they're nice out there, right?
I imagine they are some of the sweetest women.
They
might be brainwashed, but they're probably sweet.
Yeah. Do you know my number one quality I look for in a lady?
What's that?
Just nice.
That's a good...
I like a girl that's nice.
A nice girl is the best.
Not many girls are nice. Girls disguise themselves as nice.
Then you get to know them.
But they're not nice. Yeah.
A lot of girls aren't nice. Mean girls are not a good time to be around.
They don't do it for me. Yeah, I'll literally just say, hey, I'm not having a good time. If you're going to be mean, I'll leave.
Yeah,
like the people that try to girl... It sounds so fucked up. But especially when you're a comedian, girls really try to challenge you and be funny. Mm-hmm. And like, oh, I'm funny too. You're not. Few are. Some are.
Yeah.
And I'll give them their flowers. I give it up for them with that. But a lot of times girls try to be funny and it comes off as just kind of arrogant and mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, I don't have to.
Yeah, malicious.
I don't have to be here.
Yeah, the malicious girls. Like,
yeah, I'd rather just be. Rather just smoke a little J and watch some Curb by myself, hang out.
Top 10 show of all time, by the way.
Top.
Probably number 1.
Top 2, yeah.
Probably Entourage, Curb.
Entourage, Curb, Sopranos.
Very solid picks, all HBO shows.
Thank you. Yep.
Do you have a lot of friends that are girls?
A few.
Yeah, I think that's why I have very few friends that are girls. Like I legit they're actually friends. And it's because, I think, they're very nice and not mean. I think girls are, too mean. Dude, the movie's called Mean Girls, not Mean Boys.
You have a lot of friends that are girls.
I'm friendly with a lot of girls, but,
You have a whole friend group. With Corinne?
Corinne and Riley. That's what I mean. They're two nice girls. So I enjoy being around them. But, I don't have,
Oh, besides them, you don't have...
out here in LA, I'm friends with, some girl comics. I'm friends with them. And
girl comics are cool.
Yeah, girl comics are awesome. But it's also because,
they're actually funny.
Yeah, and you share, that common thing where, people always... tell me this. Do you think because you're a comic, people try to, I don't want to say challenge you, but they try to be they'll always...
So exactly what funny. I just said? So
No, but I mean, but I'm saying,
So I just said, guy friends?
Guy friends. I'm not saying girls. I'm saying guy friends.
Yeah, mostly. So, yeah, mostly.
They'll always be they'll say, how funny they are, but they're I just don't do stand-up, but I'm so funny.
Some people were well, which I'm not trying to sound like a bitch, because I can take a joke, and I fuck with people. You've seen me, I fuck with people a lot.
Oh, yeah.
In passing. But when guys, some people after a show will come up and be very rude and be, oh, I thought you were a comic. I'm just like, yeah, but that wasn't funny. You were just being a dick. Yeah. That's not funny. Dude, we were in Rosemont, Illinois. It's a suburb of Chicago. and did the show. Got off stage. Will just gets off stage. We're selling merch, whatever. Some girl walks up to me and goes, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" I go, "Of course." We take a picture, and then about 5 minutes later, some like short, jacked, white dude walks up to me. He goes, "Hey man, I saw my girl just took a picture with you." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You're too cute and hot to be taking a picture with my girlfriend and not have me in it. So let's take another picture." So we took a picture with him, and he goes, "Are you cool?" He goes, "Are you cool if I fuck around with you a little bit?" I go, "Of course, bro. I'm pretty easy going." Guy not kidding, grabs my dick. Oh, he's like grab, and I'm like, oh. I was like, you know that feeling when it's just like when you get really like hard. I'm just kidding. No, when you get when you get, you know that feeling when it like, you know, you've been out and you've been doing stuff all day. Your dick you haven't peed in a minute. Like your dick is very sensitive. Exactly, because it doesn't know it's gonna get touched like that so quick.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, it just grabs my dick, and I was like, oh. I was like, what are you? And like, I was like, Jesus. And he goes, oh, whoa, too far. Sorry, I thought you were a comedian, bro. My bad. I was like, so you can grab my penis?
That's assault, brother.
So you can sexually assault me because I'm a comedian? Get out of here, bro. What are you doing? The guy just grabbed me.
He literally just groped you, dude. That's like, yeah. I would be like, that's it, dude.
So to recap, this guy's girlfriend wanted to take a picture with me after the show. I did. So then he thought he was allowed to grab my penis.
I have heard that is what it's, you know, that equivalates to it, because that is fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And the fact that, like, dude, imagine that dude, probably, I never met the guy. I just imagine top 5 most insecure people in the world.
Yeah, I liked it.
That's good.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I got some action. No, I'm just kidding. No,
from the wrong person, dude.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's insane, dude. That's also, yeah, too far. Dude, you literally grab my dick. Like,
yeah.
That's not, yeah, it's too far, buddy.
Like, whoa, somebody can't take a joke. I'm just sitting there just fucking hard, like, yeah.
You got me aroused, bud.
I was like, what happened here? How did this happen?
Why are your hands so soft?
Yeah. I can see why you like them, girl.
Dude, that's insane. Yeah, but people, I think, like, dude, I did a show the other night, and this dude was just staring off into space. So I was like, yo, buddy, I was up here. And he thought that was an invitation. He starts like heckling. And he came up to me after the show. He's like, you looked really nervous, so I thought I would help. And I go, what made you think you were helping in any sort of way?
Yeah.
I was like, people are delusional.
Yeah.
When they go to shows.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. They are delusional. And to be honest with you, I'm not saying you were nervous, and I'm not saying you weren't nervous, because I wasn't there. But there are some times when I'm on stage, when I'm in conversation, when I'm just out and about, where somebody says, like, why are you nervous? You look nervous. And I'm not. I'm really never nervous.
Yeah.
But sometimes I can look nervous.
Yeah.
So I don't get, like, I don't, that annoys me, because I'm just like, I'm not nervous. I go on stage all the time. I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. That's just how I communicate.
Yeah.
I talk, obviously I'm sure my mouth thing makes me look a little more nervous, and I voice crack sometimes, but I'm 25.
Yeah, I'm still going through it.
Yeah.
Dude, that is funny. I don't get that. Like, the never nervous, I think it's like the adrenaline, and like sometimes you have like the anxious feeling. You're just like, all right, I'm ready to get up there, and you have this like, you're like, all right, I'm fucking first thing I say.
Which means you care about something.
Yeah.
Which is good.
But it does make most people as nervous. Yeah, you're right. It's like, I'm not nervous about being up there. It's like, all right, is this first thing I'm going to say work? And if it doesn't, how do I go with it? Mm-hmm. And that's like the only time I'm nervous. But once you get those, it's like word vomit. You got to get the first thing out, and then you're like, all right, I'm ready to go. But yeah, dude, people are the worst, like, for heckling. Like, sometimes you have like good people.
Yeah, but I will say, in Tampa, the last show that I did in Tampa was like pretty bad. A lot of people were like shouting out and stuff like that throughout the show. And a girl came up to me after the show. I was just like, she's like, I thought you could do that. I didn't know you couldn't shout out. She was like, yeah, probably like, she was like my age. Like, she was like her second comedy show. I thought that was just like a thing people did. Like comedy shows, because I see it online.
I was just gonna say.
So she's like, I like my favorite comics, Hannah Berner. I see her always like arguing with the crowd and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, we'll get a better favorite. But I'm just kidding. But I was like, I was like, yeah, I could see that because that's just what young people consume is the young
The crowd
comics,
work
the
clips.
crowd work comics doing the crowd work clips, which is like I hate when people
Bash it.
I'm not mad at. I don't care. That's if you do crowd work, you do crowd.
It's
work.
just
that's
what-
your thing. If you don't do crowd work, that's your thing. You don't, who am I to talk?
No.
People get so mad about the crowd work comics. It's like do your thing,
Whatever
bro.
works,
dude. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm not here being the gatekeeper of comedy and what you can and can't say.
Yeah, there's not a definite rule of like this is what.
Yeah.
That's why
There's some guy out there fucking killing it with 600,000 followers around the country because of his crowd work skills, making millions of dollars doing comedy. But there's some open micer with 900 followers just talking shit about him.
Yeah,
like,
it's whatever works. That's what comedy is. But I will say the only thing I think though is that people that have never been to a comedy show and that is their only invitation into the world of what we do, that's in their mind. There's like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be, and it's like you'll not like that's just like go to a show first. And like, don't go in with the mindset of like, oh, I want to be. Most people, I love when most people don't want to be talked to, or want to say anything.
This crowd was very talkative, and they're very to the point they were interrupting, which that's when it becomes a problem. But like, unless they're like making the show unbearable for the rest of the crowd, then I think it's on the comic to figure it out.
Yeah.
Then go into your bag of crowd work skills and fuck with them in crowd work quest. Get them on your side with your material. Do something. If nothing works, then that's just how it is.
That's the night.
You'll be off stage in a few minutes, bro, and then you get up on stage the next night. So it's like, yeah, I think it's mostly on the comic to be funny.
Yeah, I will say this: I would rather that though than when I was at one of your shows when when people finish jokes. That's the worst.
What that happened to me one time?
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah,
that
that was
show?
like, but I was like, I made it. I wasn't mad at him.
No, you handled it well.
I think we both know a guy that would get mad about that.
Yeah, literally, it happened like a week or two ago. I saw somebody do that.
Really?
They're like, "Were you just gonna finish my joke?" And it's like, dude, it's like, all right, like, just you figure what you said. It's your job to be funny.
Yeah.
You know, not everything, dude. That's the only thing we have control over. It's like being funny and how we deal with stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's like you don't. I don't know, that idea of like getting on stage and being like, everyone needs to shut the fuck up till I get off. It's like find fun ways. Like we're fucking entertainers, dude. Like basically we're like, it's like going to the zoo and you see a fucking animal and you're like, oh, look. It's like that's what we're doing, but we're putting ourselves up there and we have to entertain these people. And if it's like, if there's an asshole in the crowd, you fucking deal with the asshole and you move on, dude. I had a guy call me a bitch one time and I was like, I like choked and I didn't know what to say and I was just like, yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever. I am a bitch, so.
Yeah.
But
you're a bitch. Works at Starbucks, dude. Thank you for bringing the Starbucks.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I know you're a coffee because you appreciate good coffee. I will say you do. You appreciate coffee. There's a lot of people that you ask them what they want in coffee, or if like I'm saying like, yo, I'm gonna go get coffee. What do you want? They're like, oh, I want like a fucking, caramel crunch frap double blended. I'm like, that's go to fucking Jamba Juice.
To be honest, I thought you were gonna bring me something like that.
Nah.
I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised you brought me the triple espresso over ice because that's what I like.
Why not?
I thought you were gonna come with some crazy shit. Because I said surprise me.
Yeah, I know. At first, I thought I was like, dude, I should just be a dick and show up with like a tea. Like,
if you showed up with a tea, I would have. This would be the Bilal and Anthony's podcast.
I know, dude.
I would be doing a solo episode right now. By the way, we are doing this podcast just Tom and I. We should address this earlier. Bilal is out of town. So there'll be a lot of times going forward when Tom and I are out of town, when Bilal is out of town, where we will just be doing 2-man pods, which is fun. It's dope. I think it's cool that we got a little network of dudes to rotate it out. We'll always have. I don't think we'll do one person ever. We'll always have 2 people. Worst case, we'll do Zoom. But I think, I think this is fun doing it up at our apartment. And dude, thanks for bringing the Starbs.
Yeah.
I'm a big good coffee guy, but I kind of grew up when I was in Pleasanton, living in high school and college, and high school and college, you're drinking Starbucks. That's what's there.
That's just the generic.
So then but as I've gotten older, into LA has so many crazy good coffee shops, and I've been to Boston and New York, Chicago, so many good coffee shops. I travel a lot.
Yeah.
Bro, Denver. Luckily, I didn't have to pay, but I got like a cappuccino. It was like $8 at this one. Some of these gourmet places. No, not Denver. I'm sorry, bro. Seattle. They're super coffee. Yeah, they're like, and it was the original Starbucks was like right here, right? We didn't go to that. The line was so long. The place we went to was like boom, 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 right around the corner. Upstairs, boom, right here, and it was like a view out of the water. Great view of Pike's Place, amazing. But bro, Will, the guy I opened for, was literally like, Will goes, hey, it's no problem, I can pay it, but I'm just wondering, why is it so expensive? He's like, what do you, like, why is this, like, what makes this coffee so expensive? There was one, and it was just these teenage girls behind the counter, like, it's, I forget what they said, but they explained it. But it was a very funny interaction. I was like, why is this so expensive?
Dude, that's, you know what, people shit on Starbucks, but I'm like, look, it's, you know what you're getting. It's not overly priced. Because, yeah, I agree with you. Dude, even in LA, man, there's so many of these independent fucking coffee shops.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're independent, you can make a fucking cappuccino $10. Like, no. It's like cappuccino. Dude, the worst is then when you don't even get to pick sizes. There's a place I've been to. They have their cappuccinos $5.50. And it's 6 ounces. There's no other size. I'm like, what?
And then they turn that square reader around, and then you end up paying at least $6.50 for the fucking tip.
Dude, and I work at a coffee shop, and I feel awkward asking people for a tip because I'm not.
Starbucks, I rarely tip. That's the one place I rarely tip.
And you know what? I'm not
I don't
against
think they
people.
expect a tip there.
I don't expect a tip. I feel awkward. I literally, when I say, hey, it's going to ask you a question and then take you to the payment screen, I literally turn around and pretend to do something.
But that doesn't happen much. It only happens because I pay with the app. That only happens if you pay with card. Yeah.
But I will say these independent coffee shops with like the little, the white, whatever, I don't know what they are, like the touchscreen things, they'll turn it around. They'll be like, okay, it's like this. And then they flip it around and it gives you like 15, 20, 25% or other. And I'm like.
If you're lucky, sometimes it goes 20, 22, 25, 20. One time I saw 22, 25, 30.
Dude, and then they try
the
to
options.
What?
That's insane.
30?
Yeah.
Dude, then they try to make you feel like a dick because you don't want to tip. I'm like, you poured me a cup of coffee. Like,
yeah.
It's at bars are one thing. I think like the universal rule is like $1 a drink. That makes sense. But
really, I do more.
Well, I'm saying
I'm
like
a big tipper at bars.
Bars,
but I don't have the money, but I tip well.
So yeah, bars. That's the one place I bartended for years. Bars are the one thing where it's like you.
Yeah, I bartend a lot too. That's probably.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, so you have a respect for it because it's like. I don't, if I'm tipping like $1 a drink, if I'm just getting a couple beers, I'll do that. But if like I'm with like there for an hour, 2 hours, I'll rack up the thing, pay my check, and throw them $20 cash. Like at the end, like I'll tip at the very end, but I'll always give $20 unless I'm doing like a couple of drinks. Dude, when I was bartending, I had one dude give me a $250 tab, $10.
Wow.
And these are like, it's not beers, it's like mixed drinks, different shots. Just fucking calling out, dude.
Wow.
I've had during the pandemic, college kids would come in. They get a beer. It's like $3.50. They give you $4. But like, keep the change. I'd take the quarters, just fucking throw it at them. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, that's such a dick move.
You've actually thrown it at them?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I wanted to tell you a story about Starbucks.
Ooh.
I was at Starbucks yesterday morning, right down the street, the drive-through one right here, and the drive-through was closed because there was something going on the street. So I had to park and go in. It's like a walk up. It's a drive through and a walk up. And I walk up, I order, and I hear the guy go for Alex, and like 2 people walk up. It was a guy and a girl. And like they're both their name was Alex. I'm like, oh my god, it was a funny thing. Another guy comes up. They go, mobile for Alex. That guy walks up, gets his stuff right away. So now there's 3 people named Alex. They go, Alex. The girl goes, finally, it's probably me because the guy was the guy's. A guy comes out of nowhere, an old guy, and goes, hey, yeah, for me. And he gets his drink. 4 people named Alex in this little thing, in this little Starbucks mobile order pickup window at fucking 9:30 in the morning on a Sunday. 4 Alexes. It was. I was like, dude, how is that? I felt like I was being messed with. I was like, I'm on a camera show right now. It was insane.
Dude,
has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, all the time, dude. I've had people come like the same customer come in twice, and it's not like Alex is a very generic name,
Yeah, but
that
it was funny
wild.
how it was like different genders of people.
Yeah,
like it was like
mobile orders.
It was
and
yes,
walk-ups.
mobile orders, walk-ups, totally different. It was like a blonde lady with her dog.
Yeah.
It was a Mexican guy on a bike who was wearing like a crossing guard uniform. Was probably like working as a crossing guard. It was like a super athletic black dude, and then just an old geezer guy. So it's like 4 different walks of life, same name, all at the same Starbucks at 9:30 on a Sunday morning.
The United
Getting the
Nations
same,
of Alex.
the United Nations of Alex, dude. Wild. And I'm just like, and I was sitting there just cracking up. And I was like, for Anthony?
For Alex?
Yeah. If I heard that 5 minutes before, I would have said Alex, too.
Dude, that's so funny. Yeah, dude, people all the time come in with like the same name, or you'll call out the name.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, that's mine. And you like, we'll read out the drinks too. And they're like, that's not what I ordered. I'm like, that's not your order. Like, somebody can have the same name as you. But I've never had four different people walk up.
Yeah.
But there are people that come in with like, not wild names, but names like you never hear. Like, dude, guys come in named Ernest. I'm like, I didn't even know that was a real name.
Really?
Like, I've never met an Ernest in my life except one guy that comes in every day.
There's a great country singer named Ernest.
Really? Mm-hmm. The only Ernest I knew was like there were movies back in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
that weird old white guy.
Yeah, they reference it in Ted. It's like Ernest goes to camp.
Yeah.
The troubles of being Ernest.
Yeah. Dude, Ernest Saves Christmas, top Christmas movie.
No.
Great one. You gotta see it, dude.
No.
But it's pretty crazy. And then I would rather have four people named Alex come in fighting over drinks than people that come in and have like the weirdest spelled names. Like, I have a guy come in and he's like, I'm like, okay, I have a name for the order. And he's like, yeah, it's Tomas. And I'm like, okay. Then he scans his app and it's Thomas. And I go, don't be an asshole.
Have you ever had a guy go in there with the name Tom, but Thom? Like,
not yet.
Tom Brennan?
No, I've tried.
The guy that said the gay slur, who's the announcer of the Kansas City Royals. You didn't see that?
No, I saw that.
His name's like Thom Brennan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, did I ever tell you that story?
It's Tom, but I think he spells it Thom.
Did I ever tell you that story? Where like
no, it's pretty big news.
No, I'm saying where I tried spelling Tom, Thom, and everyone started calling me Thom, and I was like, this is the worst decision I ever made.
Why'd you try doing that?
I thought it was unique because I was in grade school. I was
grade school.
And I was one.
Who talks like that? Grade school?
Catholic school. It was you had grade school and then you had high
elementary school.
No, Catholic school is grade school because it's K through 8th. We don't have like two separate schools. It was just one whole thing.
Really?
Yeah. So it's called grade school. But I was one of 10 Toms, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna spell Thom. Everyone started calling me Thom. It lasted for maybe one period, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
Tried spelling it Bitch.
I tried that.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Dude, that was in I was in like 6th grade and my football coach called me Bitchel.
Thomas Bitchel.
Thomas Bitchel.
We say that behind your back.
You probably people do. Or in college, this is the problem with having two first names. Is in college people called me Mom Titchell because I was fat.
Really?
Yeah. When I was fat, they called me Mom Titchell.
Mom Titch. Oh, like mom tits.
Yeah. And just like flipping the first and last letter, or the first two letters of my first and last name. So
I get it.
Bitchel, Mom Titchell. Yeah. That's.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, that's cool. It's it's a nickname.
Cool. Yeah, it's a good nickname.
But the problem with really having two first names is growing up, a lot of people call me by my last name, Mitchell. Mm-hmm. So I would be introduced to people as Mitchell, and as I got older, I just started going by Tom. And all those people didn't know my name was Tom. They thought my name was like Mitchell something. Mm-hmm. So like one of my best friend's dad worked for him for years, and he bought a bar, and I was serving there, and the customer's like, "Oh, like your server Tom is like so like he's a good server," and he goes, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "There's nobody named Tom here." Like that guy. He's like, "Oh, you mean fucking Mitchell?" And they're like, "No, Tom." And he's like, "No, the guy, his fucking name's Mitchell." So then he's like, "Mitchell, what the fuck is your name?" And I go, Tom Mitchell. And he goes, your fucking name's Tom? And I go, yeah. He's like, Jesus Christ, you fucking asshole. You could have told me that 10 years ago. I was like, dude, I thought you knew my name was Tom Mitchell. What the yeah.
That's something Michael and Ochi would say. Jeez, you fucking asshole. You fucking tell me your fucking name.
Nah, yeah, and they'd be like, but I'm not a dick. I'm funny. It's literally what he says to me.
It's true.
It is.
It's true. Dude, speaking of Mike, I got into a disagreement with him yesterday over something.
Ooh.
He says, he's talking, then he says crayon. I was
like as in crayon?
I was like, are you trying to say crayon, bro? And he goes, it's crayon. And I go, no, do you say crayon or crayon?
Crayon. I'm not fucking dumb.
Bro, I didn't think that was even a thing. Like people get these stupid arguments like, do you say milk or milk? I don't care. Say whatever you want. People say, do you say there's other stuff?
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, there are.
crayon or crayon, not an argument, bro. It's crayon or you don't.
You
have
just
a
don't
college
say
degree.
the word, yeah.
It's either it's crayon or you have to go on timeout. You know?
Yeah, you have to learn how to speak.
It's like, first of all,
Crayon?
you're a 40-year-old man. Don't have to say crayon.
What? Yeah. Where did? Why was
It was
crayon?
like it was like a funny insult thing that he found, which was just funny, but I didn't get it because he wasn't
saying it.
He wasn't saying it right. So I was like, bro, what are you talking about? Terrible, dude.
Dude, I knew people that grew up saying crown.
Instead of crayon?
Yeah, like they would be like, oh, can you pass, like, you know, they'd be like, oh, like, oh, you know, arts and crafts, whatever the fuck you're doing. But like, oh, like, we need those crowns. And I'm like,
crowns?
you mean
Did you
crayons?
grow up in an igloo?
So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, no, they're called crowns. I'm like, dude, it's like, just say it how it's spelled. It's C-A-R-A
or crayon.
Y-O-N.
Yeah.
Yeah, say fucking, I'd rather you say Croatian. Be like, can you hand me the Croatians?
Yeah.
But a fucking crown, and crayon might be worse than saying crown. Because crayon just makes no sense.
Oh, yeah.
Crown, if you say something pretty fast or, you know, people speak slow, whatever.
Yeah.
But like crayon,
Crayon's unacceptable.
it's C-A-R-N, but like, that's a weird, never heard that in my life.
Yeah. You're right. I have something we can end on, but give me your hell yeah of the week first.
So my hell yeah of the week, I've been thinking about it. Pretty good weekend. Did a couple shows, but I will give it actually Friday night when me and you hung out. Went to your show on Friday at the Ice House. Awesome show, by the way. First Anthony Sturdy and Friends at the Ice House was a banger.
It's fun.
Good show, good comics, mostly good comics.
Yeah.
But then, dude, we just had a night afterwards. You know, stopped at the Ha Ha. Hung out with Michael for a bit. You know,
Yeah.
saw a lot of the guys we were cool with. Met those two girls, met up with them at the bar, and then we brought them out on the streets, did a little video. That was pretty exciting. I think we made their trip like worth the while that night.
Right, that was fun. And I guess to go into that, that's what I was going to talk about. Is one of the girls we were with was saying that she had a boyfriend, which happens. Very attractive girl, very nice lady.
Sweet. She was very nice.
You know,
sweetheart.
Definitely very nice. If my girlfriend was out hanging out with random dudes past 3 a.m., probably wouldn't like it. But that's none of my business.
Yeah.
It got me thinking, because I was talking to somebody about, this girl was very nice, very beautiful, like very good hang. We were having a great time as a group.
Yeah.
And he was like, my friend was like, well, dude, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score, which I don't agree with. I'm not into cheating. I don't like to influence anybody to cheat on their boyfriend. But that saying, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. I don't get that, because the goalie can still come and beat the shit out of you, right? The goalie can still come and shoot you. You know, like
if the goalie's 6'5" and jacked, I'm
dude.
not trying to score.
Yeah, the goalie, you could still ruin the goalie's life. Like, I'm not trying to ruin any goalie's lives, right? Just like, who am I to be like, fuck this goalie? You're fucking. I hate that shit,
dude.
Stupid sayings, dude.
It's such a dumb saying, but
the goalie could still break into my house at night because
Dude, I'm just imagining now, like, somebody saying that, and then, like, you don't even, like, imagine that happened, and, like, the next day, she goes visit her boyfriend, he, like, proposes to her, and you just fucking ruin everything. You ruin this guy's life.
Yeah, dude. I'm not trying to ruin the goalie's life.
That's insane. That's so funny. Dude, I had a teammate in college, and he would say, a girl would be like, I have a boyfriend, and he'd be like, I have a goldfish, and she would just stand there.
I love that. I've heard that, too.
And she'd be like,
I think I used to say, I have a dog.
Yeah. And then she'd be like, okay. And he's like, oh, I thought we were just naming things we don't care about.
That's funny. I've heard that. That's great.
Dude, like that. But also, I'll say this, dude. If there is a goalie, just because there's a goalie and you can't score and you do score, it's not on you. That's on the other person.
Especially also if you were in the position that, we could have felt like we were in, like not just when you actually like think like, oh, I could like date this girl. This girl's very nice.
Yeah, dude.
Nice. Not like, oh, I'm not just trying to fuck this girl. No, if you're actually
a little pump and dump.
This is where you're literally just like, a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages blossom from meeting somebody when you're with somebody, which is like, I kind of I'm not, I don't condone cheating or anything like that, but I do kind of understand that when people are like, you got to kind of, you have a boyfriend, but you could meet the love of your life any day.
That is true.
Doesn't mean you have a boyfriend right now. Doesn't mean you can't fall in love with this. That's not how the world works. The world doesn't work like your brain and your heart don't think like, maybe your brain does, but your heart doesn't think, oh, I have a boyfriend. This guy might make me happier though.
Yeah. But it can happen. Like you
Easily,
could
yeah.
just meet there's people that date for like 7 years, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they randomly go out, meet somebody, and just by chance they're like, oh, like you have that feeling.
Yeah.
There's like something there.
Those girls that do that go out pretty hardcore and they've had a boyfriend for a long time with their friends. They go out with their single friends. I look at that as a cry for help. I look at that as a huge red flag for the boyfriend to the girl. Like,
why are you going out so much with your girlfriends?
With your single friends.
Your single friends. Like,
it's that attention. Which now brings me to a question that I remembered in my head that I meant to ask the man on the street stuff the other day.
Ooh.
I meant to ask that girl, but I forgot. Which is what not a problem. I don't, like, listen, I used to have a girlfriend. I didn't care that much when this would happen, but it was a joke that I made a few times to her when I would say, like, you're going out with your friends, how are you affording all these drinks? Like, I know generally how much money you have.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, these guys, you just go up, guys buy you free drinks. And then I would say, well, I don't know, it's kind of weird that you're going out having guys buy you drinks, but you have a boyfriend. And then her argument, which made me feel so bad about myself, was just, well, you're not buying me the drinks.
Ooh.
Which makes me want to cry.
That's rough.
No, but it's like that's true.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it right, but so I wanted to ask that question, man, on the street. Like, if should girls be allowed? There's some way to word this to make it poignant, but
should girls be allowed to accept drinks from guys
if they have a boyfriend? Or should girls flirt their way for free drinks even though they had a boyfriend? Because it's just a free drink, and my ex-girlfriend would explain it to me like I'm not doing like literally just which I do. Which going back, I'm not trying to make her sound like a bad person. I do believe her when she's saying, which I could be a sucker for saying this as well, but I don't have no reason to not have believed her of just saying she was she would say she doesn't flirt with them that much, but she just gets the drinks and then walks away, which I believe her.
Yeah. But
But not many girls are like that. So that now it's making me look like an idiot that I'm saying this. But in this situation I did believe. But that's not neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of girls do flirt very hard and they do as much as they can. And then I feel like, all right, bye.
dude, if I was going and somebody's buying me and I'm not spending $1, yeah, fucking, I'll keep flirting,
Yeah.
get drunk, and be like, all right, I'll get,
And I've thought about this a lot recently because I have met two girls in the past. I met a girl in Florida, very nice Italian. I think I told you, very nice Italian lady. Had a boyfriend, probably still does, but had a great time with her. And you know why I had an even better time? Because girls that actually like have legit boyfriends like that and that aren't like kind of skanky bad people, they'll feel bad if guys are buying them drinks. Which that's it's a good girl.
They'll be like, no, I'm good. Like, I can get it.
Or
they'll offer to buy you a drink.
So she bought a round, I bought a round. So perfect. Like that's and we're just and that's when you realize it's like, oh, we're just two people having a great time. When there's kind of not any more intentions there. Yeah. When you're just trying to hang out, have a good time,
just enjoy each other's company.
That's great. Yeah, they broke up because of me, but no.
No. She DMs you like, hey, when are you coming back?
No, you know it's bad when I'm just like, can I get your number, Instagram? And then she'll just put in her Instagram request to follow, and then doesn't accept the follow.
Oof.
Wow. But that's how you know it's like. Then that pisses me off even more because I'm just like, your boyfriend's really looking at who follows you or who you follow. You fucking loser. Dude, you're spending your day watching who your girlfriend follows on Instagram, you fucking nerd.
It's
that's
like,
stupid.
Dude, that's just like I think like dudes are the most insecure guys. Or I mean, dudes are the most insecure guys. But you know what I mean? Like, I think guys with boyfriends or guys with girlfriends are like so insecure about that. Like, who fucking cares? You're a comedian. We're comedians. We're gonna do shows. People are gonna follow us. It's
Yeah.
want people to come see our shows. We want people to enjoy our art.
Yeah,
per
and then
se.
it's almost putting it into like a weird thing to where it's just like, what, I can't have a friend, I can't follow somebody. Granted, I would have loved to marry this girl, but it's like, but I can't have a friend. I can't follow a dude on Instagram like that. I feel bad for a lot of girls, which most relationships are like that. And I don't think you can. I think people are so desperate for some security in life, which they don't even love their boyfriends or girlfriends. They just want to have somebody. Which I think it's like props to you and I for not going down that route just yet.
Yeah, dude. This is like, I guess, people, they were feeling safe. I don't know, whatever it is. Everyone has their own reasons, but also, like, dude, people do that shit and then they get married and then they get divorced and whatever. Yeah. It's like, you're not doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like, if things feel weird, they're like, well, he takes care. It's like, there's like, if that's your concern is like being taken care of, like material wise, money wise, like, yeah, but it's like, that's not a relationship.
Yeah. And I will say I've been on both sides. I've been on the side of buying a girl a drink, hanging out when she has a boyfriend. And I've been on the side of your girlfriend saying she got free drinks when you're together. Yeah. And I think I'd rather be, even though you kind of feel like a sucker sometimes buying a girl a drink or if she has a boyfriend, even though I don't really fall into that much. If I know she has a boy, I'm not going to buy her a drink. No, but she bought me, like I just said.
For that, yeah.
And I think I'd rather be the guy that that is single.
That's buying the drinks.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you have no. But if your girl's out there doing that a lot, then that's kind of something you kind of have to deal with.
Yeah, as a guy, yeah.
Which maybe we're talking out of both sides of our mouth, no pun intended. But I don't know, but because we're also saying like, oh, you got to get that under control, your girlfriend. But it's also just like, it's not that. I don't like when people say like, you'll get your girlfriend under control. It's just like, break up with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's like, did your girlfriend...
Or trust her to be like, hey, like, it's that level of trust. Dude, yeah. That's what I mean. Guys are so insecure about that. It's like, dude, who gives a shit who your girlfriend... Because you know what? On the other side...
So my argument... I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
my argument was, well, if you do that, then can I just go out and buy girls drinks? Which is something I don't want to do because it seems like a waste of money if you have a girlfriend.
Very expensive.
But, and she was like, no, that's terrible. You can't... I was like, well, if you're getting drinks bought for you, why can... So, how about this? In the comments, if you're watching this, do you think a girl... And you answer this. Do you think if your girlfriend is getting drinks bought for her, should you be allowed to buy girls drinks?
Yes.
You do think so?
I do think so.
Why?
Because it's hypocritical that you can receive drinks knowing you're in a relationship, but I can't buy somebody else drinks. It could be completely platonic, just having a good conversation. I'm like, hey, like, we're having fun. Let me buy you a drink.
Yeah.
Good conversation. Or you're playing wingman to your buddy.
Yeah.
He's talking to her single friend. She's single too, and you're in a relationship, but it's like, all right, I got to step up. It's like, for my boys, I would always do that. And it's like,
what about your boys aren't there?
Yeah, if I'm having a conversation with somebody, why? There's nothing wrong with buying somebody a drink. Who fucking cares? Yeah. It's like, at the end of the day, it's that level of trust, I think. And I think everyone, human nature, we're all insecure. We all have trust issues to a degree. But it's like, you should be able to buy someone a drink. If you're getting free drinks all night and I want, like, hey, let me spend money and, I'm getting a drink. Hey, I'm having a good conversation. Like, hey, you want a fucking vodka soda? Oh, let me get you one. What's the harm in that?
Yeah.
That's why. What do you think? Now it's a one thing if, like, do I want to do it? Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but
I don't have any. I honestly.
Do I want to? No, but
I don't even want to buy a girl a drink right now, and I don't have a girlfriend. So
I don't even want to buy myself a drink. I want the free drinks.
Dude, to be honest with you, I realized this as a comedian. I barely pay for drinks.
That's the best.
After shows, people, hey, good set. I rarely pay for drinks.
Yeah.
For myself. So that's why I don't even know how much drinks cost nowadays. Dude. I can't even imagine buying myself a drink because I prefer to smoke anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that is but for the sake of this conversation, I agree with you. I think if your girlfriend's getting drinks bought for you, you should be allowed to buy girls drinks.
Yeah, I don't really maybe we're wrong.
Yeah, maybe we are
disagree.
Wrong. Because girls say stuff like, "Well, I'm not doing it." You're just accepting it. I'm just accepting it, then going away, which you're very rarely ever going away.
No, you're gonna keep.
And then they'll find you throughout the night, get your it's a whole thing,
Yeah.
and then that's when slip-ups happen.
I was gonna say to you, circling back to the guy like checking who she's following. This is where I would be like, why the fuck is he like? You don't think that guy's following girls that are hot that aren't his girlfriend?
Yeah.
She's like, what? She can't follow you because of what? It's
Yeah.
like, that's where it's such a fucking
Right.
hypocritical situation. Every guy follows a hot girl, dude. Girls that have liked videos, like if we post a video and I'm like, oh, she's hot, like I'll follow her because she's attractive.
Yeah.
Every guy's guilty of that. So that's why it's like, dude, if a girl can't follow you, we're young, good-looking dudes, like they can't follow us. We're comics. We're not just random guys I met at a bar. It's like, oh, we're comics. Oh, they were at our show.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. But before we get out of here, what is your hell yeah? You never gave it.
My hell yeah of the week is I'm pumped up on this new content we've been filming, dude. I've been editing it a lot this week. We have some banger videos coming out.
Friday, great night of just watching the raws of it.
Yeah, and it's not even like, or it's not even half. We have some banger videos coming on Instagram and YouTube, but it's not even. We haven't even filmed our best stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think I've had so many ideas just from watching the videos, and I'm pumped. I think it's going to be a big thing for us. It's another avenue of comedy that we're kind of exploring, which I'm excited to do.
Yeah.
And excited to get it going. It's fun.
Yeah, dude. I just had this conversation the other night after a show. I was like telling people, I was like, yeah, like they're like, what have you been doing? I'm like, hitting mics. I'm like, not really. I was like, like we all kind of got together. Anthony was like, look, guys, like we got to like step it up and like do our own thing. And I was like,
you gotta build your own thing.
Yeah, it's no longer that, and it really is like you've been telling me, and it's like really is no longer the day of like you got to get past somewhere or like get your way. It's like we live in a world where like we can build an audience from our fingertips.
You'll get the opportunities to get past at places once you have your own audience, though.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
What we're trying to do.
Yeah, and it's like you don't have to wait for your audience to find you anymore. You can now how do I say this? Wait a minute. Like, you don't have to wait to go to a show in Boise, Idaho for people in Boise, Idaho to know who you are and be like, hey, I like your stuff.
Yeah.
You can put stuff out there and people in a fucking other country can like you.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So it's definitely a lot of good stuff in the works right now. Very excited about it. Going to the airport tonight, I told you, getting there early, just going to sit on my computer, edit some stuff, and like, just want to get it cranking, dude.
Yeah,
it's going to be sick.
Pumped.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bilal, if you're watching this far, clean your balls, bro.
Oof. That's a whole other story. We didn't even talk about that.
We can't do that when he's not.
Nah, that's what I was thinking. All right, later, guys.
Good night, bro.